Greetings, children. Welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 3, subject General Science, chapter 8, Light, Sound and Force, part 2. Now, in part 1 of this lesson, we learned about light, right? We learned that light, sound and force are the different forms of energy. And we learned what are the luminous objects and non-luminous objects. That means the object which gives out light and is the luminous objects, and the objects which do not give out light are called the non-luminous objects. Then we even learned about properties of light. That means the light travels in the straight line, and about the shadow we learned in the previous video. Let's continue. Uh, I'm reading from page number 72 in your textbook. You can follow with me. Understood? Today we are going to learn about sound. We hear sound all around us, right? When we talk, when we make sound, birds, animals and machines make sound. What I am talking now, you are able to hear my voice through your devices, either on the laptop or on your phones, right? Or on the TV. You are able to hear my voice. That is also a form of sound. Now, what is sound? Sound is a form of energy made by vibrations of particles. Vibrations means movement. Okay. Now, when you clap your hands, that means you're moving your hands, right? Which is making a sound. When it touches each other, it makes a sound. That way, it is showing that the vibration of particles are called is a form of sound. I'm sorry, children. Sound is a form of energy made by vibration of particle. Through the vibration only, this sound is formed. Okay, when something vibrates. Now, when you're pulling a desk in your class, there is a sound, the creaky sound which the bench or your desk makes when it is pulled through your floor, right? So that is kind of a vibration between the bench and the floor, which is giving you sound. When an object vibrates, now next you're seeing what is a sound wave. Sound wave, why you're going to learn is because you have to learn how the sound moves. It is produced in one place and you can hear it in another place. How it moves? Moves because of these sound waves only. How light travels in a straight line, but the sound always travels in a wave kind of form. Okay, so when an object vibrates, it moves the air particles around it. So when anything, if you move something, it moves the air particles. Air particles means we are surrounded with air everywhere, right? Air is present in every other space that we learnt in the previous lesson. So that air moves. The air particle around it moves. When the air particle move, they bump into other particle and make them move. Like how when you're standing in the line in the school, by mistake, when if you bump into the person in front of you, he will go and bump into the person in front of him. You will push each other like that, right? You're able to understand that way. Here in the air particles also, when the particles are moved, it bumps into other particles and make them move, so that particle also moves. The same thing, it keeps on going. This movement of air particle is called the sound wave. Sound wave, it's called a wave because it goes like a wave. The ocean wave, right? That way it goes up and down. So that is why it is called a wave. When an object vibrates, it moves the air particle around it. When the air particle moves, they bump into other particles and make them move. So the particle moves. This movement of the air particle is called sound wave. Next, you're going to learn about properties of sound. Before that, this movement that I told of wave continues till the particle run out of energy. As I told you, sound, light and force are nothing but different forms of energy. They all have energy. So this wave keeps moving till that energy is over. Sometimes the waves are faster and sometimes slow, and this changes the sound produced. If the waves are faster, the sound will be high. If the waves are slow, the sound will be less. Now we're going to see different properties of sound. First property is that sound travels in the wave. It bends around objects. Okay, now you can see that the student is walking from one place and there is a radio on the other side. But still the student can hear the radio playing music. How? Because the sound wave can bend. It always travels in a wave. Ocean waves, the same way. This also travels in the wave. Then second properties is sound needs matter to travel. Now if you have to say some if you have to talk something, now if you take an example of the space, in space the sound does not travel because there is no air, there is no medium for the transport of the sound, because this wave which moves, no, light does not need any medium, but sound needs a medium to move, because that wave, that for that formation of the wave, it needs matter to move. Understood? So that vibration that has to move will always travel through a medium. The matter that transport the sound is called the medium. Now if you're standing, if you and your friend are standing across the table, if you talk directly, you can hear the sound is different, and you talk through the table. One person, you talk on the table and your friend hears on the table. How you can see the picture, no, that way. If that happens, you can see that there is a voice variation. So that shows that the sound always needs a medium to travel. Then the faster the vibration, the louder is the sound. Okay, here the first wave, slow wave means low pitch. We're talking very slowly. Fast wave means higher pitch, that is louder voice or louder noise. You're able to understand. These are the three properties of sound. Sound travels in wave, sound requires a medium to transport, and the faster the vibration, the louder is the sound. We can make sound by tapping our feet, clapping and shouting, etc. Some sounds are soft and pleasant to hear, but some are harsh to our ears. That means when somebody is shouting, you feel like closing your ears. That means the voice is too loud, or the it is making noise. So what is noise? Noise is nothing but unpleasant and loud sound are irritating to our ears. Such sound are called noises. Usually when there is loudspeakers, it irritates our ears to listen to loud music for a long time. Okay, so that noise is called that noise is very disturbing and it is very unpleasant. That is why it is called a noise. Now when the teacher enters your class, she says don't make noise. Okay, don't make noise in the class. That means your talking is irritating the teacher, so you should not make noise in the class. Understood? Next is about decibels. Now in the measurement lesson, what did we learn? We learned how to measure things, right? Same way, how do we measure sound? The volume of the sound is measured of loudness. Volume is measured in decibels. Okay. Now decibel is like the measurement used for knowing the sound. Here in the picture you can see the blue color shows the breathing. The breathing voices, the breathing sound is very low. Then rustle of leaves. Then whisper means staying softly when you talk to your friend in the ears, that is called whispering. Refrigerator noise. Then the rain sound. Then chatting, which you do in the class. Then the car's noise. Then the truck. Then the hair dryer. Hair dryers, no, it makes a lot of noise. Helicopter. Helicopters are even more louder than the hair dryer. Then trombone. Trombone is a kind of a instrument used for music. Okay. Then police siren or the ambulance siren. Then the jet engine and firework. Jet engine, firework, these are very loud noises. You cannot listen to them for a long time. So their decibels are quite higher than the other ones. Understood? Soft sound is called whisper, which is about 15 to 20 decibels. 15 to 20 decibels means it is a soft, or it is the soft sound. Then a loud sound of the jet engine is more than 150 decibels. Okay, sound louder than 130 decibels are painful to our ears. Loud sounds can damage our ears and cause deafness. Too much of this noise. Okay, now the pilots who are flying the jet engines or jet flights, they wear the ear headphones, okay, which help them in cancellation of this noise. So if the decibels of the noise is more than 130, it causes deafness. Sound as loud as 85 decibels can ruin your ears if you're listening to them for a long time. So do not listen to the loud music or have your headphones turned up too loud. Okay, that is why when you're trying to turn on the volume on your headphones, the phone tells you don't increase the volume. Okay, that means it can damage your ears, especially your ears. They are very delicate because you're all young, so you should be careful when you're using the earphones. I suggest you not to use the earphones, and you can directly listen to the classes. Okay, so that is about sound. We learned about light and sound. In the next class we'll learn about force. Thank you, children. Stay at home, stay safe. I hope you're all doing the exercises in the textbooks and the workbook. Take the help of your parents, find out the answers, and write them in your textbook and the workbook. And keep learning, children. Please read one page of your textbook every day.